Let's see if this is working. Hello, hello, hello. What's weird is to y'all. When was the I think I uploaded episode 4. First of all, I just counted how many episodes were on. I already forgot. Uh, but to y'all, I uploaded last episode on Thursday. But to me, the last time I filmed was actually last Monday. So I spent a week away from this, and I'll be honest with you, I'm really looking forward to this episode of MyGM as I'm giving a professional intro this time around. But I'm really looking forward to this episode because I legitimately, it is opinionated, but the biggest episode thus far as we're heading to our very first WrestleMania, and that will be followed up with the season 2 draft. So we got a crap ton of stuff to get through in this video, and we already have prepared the first episode as I had it done when we finished the last episode. So picking up where we left off on. So I probably do need a bit of a refresher, but I will try to get that during the course of show 21. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I have everything already wrote down and whatnot. I've been waiting a week to push these buttons. So Zoe Stark versus Julia, Falls Count Anywhere match. I'm going to hope that I used the power card. I knew I was forgetting something. The reason this is a Fall Count Anywhere match is because I was hoping to use the power card to give it the automatic high rate, and I very much probably forgot. Okay, never mind. All right, we got 5 stars, so it worked. It worked. All right, good. I got a bit concerned. I feel there's a power card I meant to play, and I'm blanking out on what it actually was. Chad Gable asked to be a face, which we were going to turn him face anyways. And we're finally getting this rivalry with Charlie Dipsy on the road, but, it's quickly stopped because he immediately gets injured again. So we don't really like that. I'm hoping I used the pre-match. Alright, I don't think that I did, but EO did not leave that match injured. Main event, U.S. title match. Let's see how this goes as Aleister Black retains. So our opening match was our best match, so I imagine they'll say something smart ass about that. Or somebody will. The man that messages us. I don't even want to really say his name. Long week, and even this upcoming week is going to be pretty crazy because the NBA is back and there's games almost every night now on national TV if you're including prom. NFL season is in. We're still in the mix of week 7 right now. We got a UFC pay-per-view next weekend. College football, obviously. There's so much shit going on right now. So at least there should be something to look forward to like almost every day. So we have an injury rehab card, which might come in use if we need to bring Chad Gable back. As we have this is what gets me. ECW has a Hall of Fame trophy, but they're down 100,000 fans. We're only up 30,000 on NXT, which is good. It's better than what it has normally been. So I'll take that. I told you, Asuka. Okay, she messaged too quick, but I guess she's happy. They love us, Nick. Don't you think it's time to take... You know what? I don't really care if I'm making Zoe Stark that mad. We do have money. I don't think we have enough money to make this improvement right now. So, I don't really care that much about making Zoe Stark mad. So, we still can't get this done. But Alex Shelley has not... We gave him a U.S. title match in the main event last week. So, I don't think he's that concerned. Is anybody under contract? I think everybody is under contract for the rest of the season, correct? As we probably also need to use that injury rehab card on Sami Zayn, but we got some time before we have to worry about that. So what needs to be done? Sheamus is here. He's supposed to be feuding with Ludwig Kaiser. Actually, he's supposed to be feuding... I know he's supposed to be feuding with Aleister Black. So we have 2 injury rehab cards. We have a fixed match card. Now, I know that one of these was to spend 400. I don't think we're going to have enough money and time to spend 400,000 on this, so I'm not even that concerned. We definitely don't have enough. We can't do this. Was impossible because there's not 5 shows left. We got 2 more shows to do this with, and I want to imagine that we can do that. And the fact that we haven't already got that done is kind of disappointing, but it could be worse. So what I want to improve, I want to get to the Wrestling Center by the end of this season. I don't think it'll happen, but it's not impossible. I also know that we have this that we will use the pay-per-view week, the pre-paper, the go-home week. So we actually have this week and next week, then the go-home week. So we need to be very careful on what we're doing. So I'd want to do Sheamus and Aleister Black for the U.S. title. But in doing so, I feel the need to conclude Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser, especially while Kaiser has a high stamina. So this, again, in my eyes, wasn't really a rivalry. First of all, again, the issue here, low stamina is kind of everywhere. Shelly is good. Sheamus and Ludwig are good. Women's wise, we're kind of okay outside of EO, which we're going to give EO the week off. We'll probably have everybody else compete. Now, do I have a health spa card? I don't. So we'll leave that as is. All right. I feel like I need to do Sheamus and Kaiser in a cage match to conclude their rivalry that never was really a rivalry. You know what? While we have the money, we're going to do a Backstage Raw. We'll do a cage match between those two next week. I think Asuka... You know what? We're actually going to do this match. I've been putting this match off for a while. We're doing this match in the Underground. I feel these are 2 competitors that could compete well in the Underground. So we're doing this match in the Underground. Over here, I probably need to give Kevin Owens the week off and then have him and Pete Dunne face off next week. Even though, yeah, we'll probably go that route. See, this is going to make this difficult, is because I saw Julie has a 17 stamina, which I do think is a bit crazy. Got to fill out these last 2 matches, and I don't really have any idea. Without having someone with a low stamina competing, that's the issue. Chadgate was also not happy with us, I see. Sami is at a 39. Sami also couldn't come back this week because that's a 3-week power card. Gunther did not compete last week. Let's go look at... Is there anybody worth anybody? No, not really. I was going to say, can we sign someone that might help us out? Not really. All right. Charlie Dempsey's here. Aleister Black's here. A lot of the healthier people also are heels. Alex Shelley probably needs to compete because he's got an 83 stamina. Him and Gunther in real life would be a good match. The obvious issue here is that they're both fighters. That's my concern with doing this match. But I think it's the logical choice because we're trying to do Gunther and Kaiser versus Motor City. We'll put them in a tables match. Now over here, I need to give Sabin. I want to give Sabin, EO, and Kevin Owens the week off, which would automatically leave us with just Julia left. So we're gonna, but that way that not every match tonight is a singles match. We're gonna do Julia versus Zoe Stark versus Jordan Grace. Extreme Rules, and whatever happens, happens. We'll hope that Julia leaves out of that okay. Now, promo-wise, we could do Punk again. We're actually gonna do we're gonna do some charity promos while we have the money this week. Kevin Owens. And then we don't have enough for another charity promo, so we'll let Pete Dunne cut an advertising promo. All right. Our go home show to Mania plans are CM Punk versus Sami Zayn, potentially versus Kevin Owens. We potentially might make that a triple threat, but worst case, I want it to be Punk versus Sami at least for the WWE title. Motor City Machine Guns versus Gunther and Kaiser. some type of women's title match. It's just going to depend on who the women's champion is. Aleister Black versus Sheamus, which is potential now because Sheamus and Kaiser should be done after next week. So, actually, an okay episode this week. I also need to look over here. So, I'm trying to save power cards because we're going to finally test if power cards carry over to the next season. So, I'm not going to use this one, and we'll see if this carries over into next season because I'm fairly certain that it does, but I'm not 100% sure. Also, I did not look at this, and we're not going to do it because I'm okay with the show that we've booked this week. And we also have that power card already. So, Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser backstage brawl. Julia, I think whatever women are healthy enough to compete at Mania, we're going to do a TLC match for the women's title because there's a high chance that a lot of them might not make it. Or we'll see. I definitely will I'm going to try to book the women's division better next. I think we did okay this season, but again, a lot of it kind of was repetitive. Tag division wise, I think we will do better as well. Gunther versus Alex Shelley tables match. Lola Vice versus Asuka. Women's title in the underground. As we have awkward silence. Sheamus wins. 3 stars. Take it. Julia wins. And did not end up hurt. I will take it. So next week is the important show because all we need to do is get to the pay-per-view or the go home. I'm gonna keep calling the go home the pay-per-view because it kind of is a 2-in-1. If we're just being honest, as Asuka wins back the women's championship 4-star main event. We'll go through this episode. I'll be generous, even though it looks way worse than last week's. I'm trying to think if there's like other topics. There definitely are other topics because I just went through that whole like, oh, we got a bunch of shit going on this week. I was like, what should I talk about? I'm glad my Green Bay Packers won against the Cardinals. Very, I knew what the rumors of Sunday with Josh Jacobs being sick and injured and the plane taken off late that some type of shenanigans would be going on during the game. But overall, I wasn't like pulling my hair out. I need to stop saying that. I wasn't losing my mind completely. Not as much as the Cowboys game. I think that's the standard this week. But obviously, it's upcoming week, Sunday Night Football. One of the most important regular season games in Packers history, getting to play against Aaron Rodgers once again. But it just doesn't really feel the same because it's not going to be in Lambeau. And it's also weird that the team that he's playing for is the team he beat in the Super Bowl. So I wonder if he thinks about. He should realistically think about that every day, but he's a wild thinker, so I don't know if he does. Or he probably does. Who knows? Luke Gallows versus Akam would be a good match, but definitely not in the main event of NXT. NXT Halloween Havoc, another thing that's happening this weekend, but with so much going on, that will probably be the one thing that definitely I don't get to catch live. I also don't know if Collision is live this week on Saturday. All singles matches here, by the way. I thought he was the TV. I think Andrade. I might be speaking out of context. I thought he was world and TV champion here as Tamina wins their main event against Rhea Ripley. Good booking. No match over 4 stars. We lost money somehow. I'm pretty sure we went in with more money than that last week. Okay, but I will take that. Second Hall of Fame trophy already. The only person with 2. Highest amount of fans. We got a better advantage over NXT now. As now we are fucked because this is going to be a weird... Oh, no, I wanted Oh, my God. I needed Kaiser. That way we could have freaking finished him and Sheamus. Even though... boss, I think I've come. Now we're going to be down with 6 people. Because I don't... I'll be generous. Alistair can stay at home. All right, Jordan Grace expects to appear tonight. That's fine. Do not book your most popular bruiser. Who is that? I think it's CM Punk, which is hilarious. I don't know who the fuck we're booking. I mean, bro, do we even have enough people to do anything? First of all, where's Sammy? Sammy is out for 3 weeks. We don't really have to, but we're using this now on Sammy. I almost thought I was using it on Chad Gable, which wouldn't be that bad, but we're using it on Sammy. Yes, Kevin Owens is here. Pete Dunne is not. Which, again, it would have been nice to finish their rivalry. We have 3 women available, which I cannot book Julia. If I book Julia, she's going to miss out on the go home, and I would feel bad about that. So, because they're pissed off about last week, this might not get the best rating because it's heel versus heel, but it does make sense that we could do Zoe Stark. Also, Io is here. I did not see Io until now. What should we do? I don't know if I like my idea. I don't need to book Julia. We need to keep Julia off because she's at 3 stamina. Would make sense to keep Io off because she is also at a low stamina, and I'd rather have her compete next week. And I've kind of talked myself into this. I know it's heel versus heel, but doing another backstage brawl, boom. They're mad about the outcome of last week because they both lost to Julia. That's fine. I like doing the backstage brawls because it gives you the plus 10,000 fans. But we can't do another backstage brawl. I did see that. Kevin Owens is here. Sami Zayn is here. Again, Sami Zayn is back. I think worst case scenario, Pete Dunne might get fired and we can, get money off of that. But that's kind of an asshole move, but nothing. It's not, it's a thought. It's a thought. It's not guaranteed to happen. I think what do we need to do? Because we have 2 heel men, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 face men. So Julia and Io might have to be cutting our promos this week. I think Sammy and Punk need to be in the main event in some capacity. I should put a stipulation on it, but because, I'm definitely having them in a stipulation match next week, I think we're just going to have this a regular matchup. Do I put the title on the line? Yeah, fuck it. I'm not that against Punk being champion again. Who do we do? What do we do here? I think I want to give Sabin the week off. Or we're going to have Sabin cut our promo. I've said we're going to have... Do we have Io cut a promo? Maybe. So right now, we're going to have Kevin... Do I need Kevin cutting a promo on Pete Dunne? Not really. I want money for next week, so we're going to actually have Kevin do an ad promo. Now, I will admit, I'm going to look here. I should spin this to get a big name for Mania, but I won't. We'll go... What route will we go? We'll go right here. This is wasted money. I know, but it could work out. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns. Now, what sucks about this is, who the hell is healthy enough to compete that could go against Roman Reigns? Charlie Dipsy, who also is not that right. He did not start a rivalry with Chad Gable like he should have, which sucks. It's not the worst. I think we sign Roman. He does cost a lot of money. Fuck it, we're signing Roman for the rest of the season, and we'll work around it. All right. To be fair, I spent more money there than I expected. I wasn't doing the math in my head. All right. And we can't even do the backstage brawl unless we fire somebody. I like going through and like, oh, we fire somebody. I don't want to take the risk. I'd rather wait till next week and fire the people. So, we can't even do the backstage brawl. We can just, meet in the middle and do an underground match. We still need a charity promo. We're going to have Kevin do the charity promo. Roman now, Charlie Dempsey needs it. Oh my God. Now we're kind of. I'm not going to say we're screwed completely. For the time being, for the sake of this week, that's the match. Now what do we do? This match doesn't make any sense. We can't bring anybody else back. I should have just told Alistair to, come in. I don't know. I put the safety of my U.S. champion and workers ahead of logic for the show. Because I could have done Sheamus and Alistair this week. Because now we're kind of stuck in what we actually need to do. Alright, Alex Shelley is just going to go against Roman Reigns. And it's not going to make any sense. It's just going to be an exhibition bout. Leaving us with EO cutting an advertisement promo for us. This is our go home to the go home. Definitely our worst show. This will be our worst show thus far. In this video. Unless Zoe Stark and Jordan Grace, which doesn't make as much sense. It would have in a backstage brawl. But I'm just trying to get to the go home show. That way everybody besides Chad Gable is going to be healthy probably. Underground match. We also have a main event. Now I'm glad that the title's going to be on the line in that because that will help. Now also, what was this? Don't book. I don't even think that was possible. If I'm being honest, we would have put somebody in a match that would have probably got injured. Charlie Dempsey versus Sheamus. And there's a very specific reason to why I signed Roman Reigns. I will be honest, and y'all will know once we get to WrestleMania. If you played GM mode already, you probably know. But if not, we're a couple weeks away from finding out. Sami Zayn, because the champion needs to go first versus CM Punk. WWE title match. Let's get through this. Zoe Stark wins, and Jordan Grace got hurt. Sheamus. A good matchup. Kind of wish we got more fans out of that, but... Oh my goodness, Roman Reigns losing to Alex Shelley in a bad match. Maybe I should have put it against Stamen. As CM Punk once again WWE champion. Week 24. The Go Home Show is up next. Wonder what shenanigans. Good for NXT. All women's matches except for this opening contest. You know what? Screw it. I can't give them that many kudos because they're right behind us in the fan ratings. But I somewhat can. As Bianca is women's tag champions with somebody that is not this person she was teaming with. Which I didn't see her first name, so that's why I'm not saying her name. She's tag partners. I don't know what the hell they're doing here, but I respect it for having it be all women's matches. Almost all women's matches. Natalia wins this week. Wasn't Natalia on our roster at one point? I think she was. All right, there's a good ECW episode as Andrade and Solo feuded like almost this entire season. I'll make sure the microphone's in front of my face. I will admit it did suck because I'm using my old headset. Because when I put on my new headset today, it started like popping, and then I came to the realization. I'm gonna imagine because then when I put my old headset on, it didn't do it at first. Then the battery. I've told you the battery runs down on it very quickly. So I think it is that because I changed the battery out and it's working fine now. But you know, it is what it is. Hopefully, it's a problem for y'all. So now we're going into the go home show. Biggest episode thus far. Everybody else has money besides us, but we have the fan advantage. As NXT, where they got a Hall of Fame trophy now, so that's why they're ahead of ECW. Okay, that's going to hurt us because I think that affects the matches we could do. And then champions, no fucking way. So now we're gonna have to do. Okay, now one. Okay. I knew this was gonna happen. What also does not help is that I don't have any like power cards. Hey Nick, I don't know if you knew this. I love being in a certain match. The one and only special guest referee. Nobody does it better than me. Not only do I love it, but the WWE universe loves watching me. If you book me in one, I think that's what him and Kevin Owens are gonna be doing because I'm not giving Zoe Stark a freaking $50,000 bonus. Goodness. All right. What sucks is we didn't have any power cards to use again like this, and I had 3 people just bow, like all just gang up on me. So thing one. Okay, we can still do any match top we want, which that was my concern. Now, what power cards do we have that could be of use? None really. We also, I love Motor City. Can't even use them this week. So what are our matches going to be? Punk, I also forgot, did win the WWE title, which is hilarious. I completely blanked on Punk winning the WWE title. So we might. Let's think this through. I'm going to be generous. And Asuka and Lola, who have had a great rivalry the last month, they will have one last match. I thought about doing a multi-woman title match, but because their rivalry has been so good, we're going to put their match. They're going to have a one-on-one match for the title. CM Punk needs to be in the main event. I will say that. But against who? CM Punk probably needs to face Kevin Owens in the main event. There might be a potential chance of us putting Gunther in that match and making it a triple threat. It's going to depend on everything else. Now, here's the other thing is I can still do a multi-woman match for the women's U.S. title, and we're going to use that last injury rehab card on Jordynne Grace to bring her back and have her in that match. So apologies to Chad Gable, but Jordynne Grace will now be in that match. So for the women's U.S. title, Io Sky versus Julia versus Zoe Stark versus Jordynne Grace. Boom. I like that. Back over here, we have 2 faces and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heels. Which also, how everybody that got Vito as a face, I don't make the decisions. So CM Punk is definitely going to be in the main event. Is he going to be against Kevin Owens, or is he going to be against Kevin Owens and Gunther? That is the question I'm asking myself. Because I could do Pete Dunne versus Sheamus. I don't know. We have to do Pete Dunne in a special guest referee match. I just don't know against who. And I already promised it, and we already have expensive matches going on. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Boom. I hate doing this, but because it's a big show and I know that he's not going to be back for us this season, we're not even getting that much back. But bye-bye to Chad Gable for now. And I'm only doing that because I should do this. I should sign a damn Immortal, but that's going to be expensive. So I'm going to go half off and sign a Legend potentially. All right, the Boogeyman, Booker T, and Hurricane. Please pay off. Please pay off for us. Please pay off. Because here's the thing. If you do the search, you still got to pay the money to sign the person. Finn Balor. Here's the issue. Everybody's a damn heel, except for Booker. I don't really know who Booker can go against. I probably is somebody. Who can we put Booker against? All right, Alistair is a fighter. There's a high chance we put him against Johnny Gargano. Because we cannot put him against Booker. And Johnny Gargano is the cheapest here. So, we also don't even need... We don't need Johnny for next week. So, boom. Alright, I'm alright with that. Because Sheamus versus Pete Dunne with Kaiser as the referee is what makes the most sense to me. So, it is a weird match, but just to please Pete Dunne. I also forgot special guest referee matches are freaking expensive. Allied, boom. Alistair Black, open challenge against Johnny Gargano. We never got to even do Alistair Black versus Sheamus. Main event, triple threat match for the WWE title. CM Punk versus Kevin Owens versus Gunther. And Charlie Dempsey will cut a charity promo for us. Is there any other power cards? We can't use this one because it's the last week of the season next week. I don't know what our pay-per-view match is going to be, if you want me to be honest as well. Now, Pete Dunne's in that match. I think everything else should be completed. Pete Dunne's in a special guest referee match. I will admit that the plans have changed dramatically for next season. Nothing is guaranteed, if I'm being honest. I know what I wanted to do, which is, we're getting a glimpse of it right now, because I wanted to do Kevin Owens and Punk as our main rivalry next season. We could still do that, but it kind of loses a little bit of luster doing this match tonight, but it's kind of the plan anyways. So I'm not that against this show. I needed Sami. That was the main thing. We needed Sami here. And Sami not being here kind of is the main thing screwing things up. And we never got a proper tag team rivalry because everything was kind of half-assed. So that's the only real complaint I could say. But I'm all right with all this. So Asuka versus Lola Vice in a Hell in the Cell match. Women's title Hell in the Cell match. I think I said tag team match. Pete Dunne versus Sheamus with Ludwig Kaiser as a special guest referee. This is probably the lowest rated match of the night. Can I put this? We'll do this as a tables match because you know what? Screw it. Do a false count anywhere match. Women's U.S. title. Will it last past this week? Probably not. But we mainly need it for this show. Io Sky versus Julia versus Zoe Stark versus Jordan Grace. Women's U.S. title. TLC. Men's U.S. title Falls Count Anywhere match with Aleister Black versus Johnny Gargano, which I don't remember how many matches they had in NXT. I know they had one at TakeOver War Games 2018 because this is when Alistair got hurt and then he came back and Johnny was the one that like attacked him. I don't remember that anymore after that. Main event. If I'm being honest as well, my three of my favorite wrestlers, probably I can't really say they're my three favorite in WWE, but like if I'm being honest, they're definitely my fucking fave five. CM Punk versus Kevin Owens versus Gunther. Who else could I put in that list? Kind of difficult to do it on the spot. Oh, Jacob Fatu, who I had here, and then we fired him because he's going to be out for legitimately 2 months. And we did the buddy. Who else could I say is in my? I love Sammy, Ilya Dragunov, who came back this week and faced Sammy. Motor City Machine Guns. Well, it's kind of weird to link them because I'm linking them together. I'm not rating them as singles competitors. As Asuka retains in a 5-star opener. Not getting many fans. Pete Dunne wins. 4-star match, I'll take it. Zoe Stark, good for her. We kind of said she doesn't, we have not done our last 2 commands in text messages. So, good for her to win. 4-star match. Main event. I'm alright with any of these people winning. But CM Punk winning is fun. So now, we got to look at the competition. We'll go through their shows. If any of this shit is better than ours, I'm going to be extremely disappointed. Okay. Our opener was 5 stars. My knee is starting to hurt from sitting down for so long. We ain't having no match that low. AJ Styles, we're going to try to save you, buddy, because they've had you doing nothing on Raw all season. Hopefully, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee win the Raw Tag Team titles tonight. Piper Niven, double champion, interesting. Still double champion. You would have to get paid to watch this main event. You would have to get paid to watch this. You're paying to watch this. Women's Tag Team Champions that don't... Bianca's not even here. Where the hell's Bianca at? I don't think she got hurt last week. One star. I can't defend this. I didn't even know the title was on the line in that match. This would be a good match in real life. It's going to get like 2 stars right here. But I don't know how I predicted that exactly. Alright. Last show. Last one we got to go through. Did we have enough money to do a backstage? I probably should have done a match. Yeah. Like I said, we should have probably did a match in the backstage brawl, but I'm alright with the matches that we did. Because ECW is going to do 2 and get like 20,000 fan bonus off of it. Ugh. Good for Julius Creed. He would be a good ECW television champion. Andrade Chase wins, but Andrade, who was a double champion, is hurt. So we had the highest rated match as the opener. Which, for being honest, we could have put it at the main, but good on Lola and Asuka. Proud of them. Alright, we're first in the fans still. We got a 40,000 fan advantage on ECW. Actually, not 30,000. WrestleMania. This is not good. Okay. I like Sheamus. Could have been worse. Look at this. She's trying to leave. She's trying to leave with the title. I'm not paying you. I'm not paying you. She's leaving with the title. She's doing a freaking Alundra Blaze. Medusa. I don't even think we got any money off of that. I don't even know what he just asked for because I hit the button accidentally. We didn't even get any money off of that. That's what really got me pissed about that. So, also, I said I signed Roman Reigns for a reason. These matches can help out a season dramatically. These WrestleMania matches, because if you win, you can get a Immortal for free. So that is why we signed Roman Reigns for this matchup specifically. So Roman's going in this match. What is our commission goal? Schedule a run-in. And we get that. I'm not that against that. So what did Pete Dunne ask? That's what really has me. I don't even think I can look. Promise a grudge match with Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser within 3 weeks. You know what? I can do that. Because I want to get this rivalry done. And we will. It's not going to be the prettiest match. Gunther's doing a run-in. This might be the last we see of Sheamus on SmackDown. We are, in case we don't get to do this match next season, or some type of variant of this match, we're going to do it here. I might change that. I'm not guaranteed that I will change it. Schedule a run. We have the run-in schedule. We have a run-in scheduled. I want my tag champions appearing. They're going to be here to do charity promos. I don't really think anybody else is better suited for it. It would be nice to get Lola Vice on the card, but it's probably not happening. So I'm all right with that. I think Asuka is our best choice here. Asuka definitely is our best choice here. Io is a good choice as well. We're going to go with Asuka. Oh, I'm not ready. I hit the wrong button. That could have been way bad. I was not ready. Doing a run-in. I don't really want to pay the 50,000, even though it would be beneficial for us. I want to see. We see how many of these cards that we have. I can't use this card this week because they think you would be rigging it. I think I'm going to buy another one of these for future purposes and then use it on Asuka this week because she has a low stamina. And we're probably bringing her back next season. I will admit, once we do the protected picks for our draft, I have no clue who the hell we're protecting just yet. So we are almost at a third Hall of Fame trophy. We're right there at 2,300,000 fans, which is good. We should logically get that done. So, again, these are important matches right here. These are important matches to win, to get the free power cards, to get Immortals. So, there's that. So I think that we're ready. I'm going to write everything down, and we'll go through the show. Then we got our draft, and then that'll be it for this video. We'll probably, like I just said, we got a lot of things to do before that. So, Roman, what match is this? This is a gauntlet eliminator. I'm going to hope that we aren't starting first, but Roman Reigns would be a good person for that. Roman Reigns, representing SmackDown. Who's he going against? I went ahead and clicked this that way we can see who he's going against. Versus The Miz, representing Raw. Versus Akam, representing NXT. Versus Miz is their world champion. Versus Randy Orton, representing ECW. Who's winning? No fucking way. Now I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm going to imagine they had us going first in that match. That is my only logic there. That hurt. That hurt. Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser Steel cage match. As Kaiser wins. Big match up here. It's Kevin Owens going into. He's the champion now. Okay. We wasted. I'm not gonna say we wasted that money on Roman Reigns, but he really let us down. I put a lot of money on him to help us with that. He didn't even really help us. Andrade, how the hell did Andrade get back? He just got hurt. They brought him back just to get hurt again. Oh. Julius Creed continuing his TV title reign. I don't think Gigi Dolan ever wrestled a match this season. I might be wrong with that. We're teaming with Tamina to go against Ivy Nile and Bianca Belair. So both these matches were different. Why could they not team us with the Miz, or why couldn't they team us with Randy Orton? I meant to say Randy to begin with. That's the Miz on accident. So I'm writing this down, and then we're simming it because this is still important. Bianca Belair of NXT, Ivy Nile of Raw. Goodness, I'm hurt still for the first match. Could I be healed? Yes. Thank you, Tamina and Asuka. Thank you. So now we have one free immortal. Should have two. Not gonna complain it that much as we did have. All right. NXT kind of shit the bed because they didn't have any 4.5 matches. We're at 2,487,000. So we got a pretty good advantage over NXT right now, and our third Hall of Fame trophy, and a contract extension card. So I don't like that ECW has a third Hall of Fame trophy, though. I don't know how the hell they did that. Don't like that. You know what? I'm not going to be that mad because they helped us win that last matchup, so I won't be that mad at them. Most special guest referee matches. I'm pretty sure we did one. Most giant superstars on the roster. Highest average superstar height. Most training promos. I probably did one at most. As it's time for the draft, I see 4 SmackDown logos, 1 NXT, and 1 Raw. So my Xbox is starting to get louder. Season 2. Oh, geez, this hurts. I thought we got 4 protected spots. We only get 3. Oh, boy. Kevin Owens, I see has 100 popularity, and he's our WWE champion. Definitely keeping Kevin. Asuka would be nice, and Motor City. The thing with Motor City is I feel I could draft them. The issue is it's going to take the tag titles off of them. So that's why I would want to protect them. But I think I will be generous to Asuka for helping us out. We're going to keep Asuka. And we're going to keep CM Punk to be Kevin Owens' main rival. And try. So, if I'm being honest, I want to keep a majority of these people. First of all, where's EO? I see EO. I'm sorry to Motor City because you're. I think because last year, if I kept them but still drafted them, they kept their titles. But I think earlier when I did a MyGM and I didn't protect the people. They didn't have their titles anymore. Not 100% certain on that, but we'll find out. Worst case scenario, they're going to be putting a tag team rivalry anyway to earn the titles back. So season 2 draft, Protected picks. Kevin Owens, Asuka, and CM Punk, and we'll go from there. Kevin Owens, WWE Champion. Asuka, Women's Champion. CM Punk. All right, season 2 draft. Now, Punk is a bruiser, Kevin's a fighter, so again, that's set right there. All right. See, we got the. I think because we had the highest things, we get the, which is ass back. I don't even know. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass. ECW over here with freaking 3 Hall of Fame trophies. Get the first fucking pick. All right, I don't think anybody I wanted got drafted, but I was too busy complaining to even realize it. Sami is also back as a cruiser. I did not have him as a cruiser. Gunther's a giant. AJ Styles we can get, and I was talking highly of AJ, so it would be apropos to get AJ. I also don't know why. I think Punk is higher than Kevin on the list because he's at a level 22. Now, I want to look around before I make my choice. Who would I say was important to draft? Gunther and Motor City. The thing with drafting Motor City is I need people that you can feud with, that I don't have to change. Because we had to adapt last time around. Which didn't benefit us the most. Or didn't benefit them. So where are they at on here as well? Cedric Alexander's a cruiser. It'd be nice to draft. There's Sabin. How the hell is Alex Shelley this higher up than Sabin? I know somebody I want to draft, and I didn't draft him last time around, and because Kevin Owens and CM Punk's going to be our world title rivalry. As much as I love Sami Zayn and seeing how much he costs, I'm probably not going to draft Sami Zayn. Gunther probably will be drafted, but I'm not certain. AJ, I want to. I want to draft AJ. I think I know in my mind what we're about to do. Now, there's one person I want to look for before I make my exact decision. Braun Breaker would be nice to have on the roster as well. Alright, I was looking for Carl Anderson. And right when I said he appears. Because I think what we're going to do is potentially Motor City Machine Guns versus AJ and Carl Anderson, because AJ teamed with Carl in real life because they were in Bullet Club and the OC. For people that did not watch New Japan, they only kept up with WWE. I'm going to draft Penta first because I wanted to draft him last time around. And I know that I can change him to a specialist, which will be needed. So we're going to draft Penta right now because I wanted him last season, didn't get him. All right, and Penta's first rival is going to be Gunther. So this is probably going to be our U.S. title rivalry. I don't know who got Angela Dawkins, Wendy Chu. Roxanne Perez would have been nice, but at some point you can't complain because you could obviously, draft these people. AJ cost a crap ton of money, but I don't think we're drafting anybody else that I see in this range. EO would be nice. Go ahead. I'm bringing AJ back. We're bringing AJ Styles back to the house that he built. NXT keeping their trend of top-tier women draft picks. All right, where's Carl Anderson? Do I get Carl Anderson now? Javon Evans. It was a level 15. So, keep that in mind. We will keep that in mind. Carmelo Hayes, who I wish was a higher level than a level 5. Dragon Lee, who is AJ Styles' tag partner in real life, was level 10. I'm holding that against him. Ilya Dragunov, who I really wanted to draft last season and talked about trading for all the time, then never did. Got to keep that in the back of our mind. At some point, we'll obviously have to draft women. But I've got these men's rivalries in my mind right now. So we're going to draft Motor City, Carl Anderson, a decent amount of women draft picks, and then potentially Ludwig Kaiser to pair with Gunther as a tag partner in situational matches. Is Rey Mysterio here? I don't see Rey Mysterio because Rey Mysterio would be a good partner for Penta. So I just passed Alex Shelley. So we're drafting, bringing Alex Shelley back. Chad Gable got drafted, which we never. He had a good U.S. title reign. And then after he lost it, he didn't really do much more. Where is Sabin? I like that. Look, I take it as an insult as such a big Sabin fan that he's lower down here. But the lower that you are, the less money you cost. So I can at least appreciate that. Even though he still did cost a lot. Charlie Dempsey. Alright. Carl Anderson. Then we're going to make some women draft picks. I'm not forgetting y'all. Javon Evans would be nice to draft, but I feel like he's probably going to be gone before we can get him. Mello, if he was not a level 5 and a cruiserweight, I would probably draft Mello. Dragon Lee, same thing, but he's level 10. Fallon Henley. Ilya Dragunov. Dragunov probably needs to be drafted at some point. Where's a Bronson Reed? Bronson Reed, we could probably find something for him to do. Alright, where's Carl? SmackDown selects Carl Anderson. A real machine gun of a pick here, Carl Anderson. An uphill battle on this show, but he'll do whatever it takes. Who will join SmackDown? Alright, women picks. Asuka is a bruiser. So the first person I see that I'd be like, yes, that would be a good rival for Asuka. Which Lola Vice was that, but we just had them fighting. I don't think we ever got to Asuka and Lyra like we were supposed to. So this is a good first women's draft pick. So Lyra Valkyria, bringing her back to SmackDown. She's just found the golden ticket now. Can she cash it? Who is next on the SmackDown roster? Naomi would be nice. Naomi, I'm not against. Now, I would prefer to find a giant for her to feud with. And they're, you know, I take that back. She's just going to end up getting changed to a special. So Naomi, we'll keep in the back of our mind. Dakota Kai. But we need to find like a bruiser for her to feud with. Michin is a good draft pick as well. There's not many women bruisers here. Lash Legend, Nikita Lyons. There's not many women bruisers. It was kind of weird. Alright, I think we're going to go Naomi. And I was going to change her to a specialist because there's not many giants for her to feud with. Javon Evans would have been nice, but like I said, so at a certain point, you can't really complain if you can't draft somebody. Kalani would be interesting as like a friend or foe rival for Naomi, so we'll keep that in mind. Kiana James, Isla Dawn. We kind of did dirty last round she was here. Maxine Dupree. Gigi Dolan, who I kind of only want to draft to keep her away from freaking... I don't remember what brand she was on, but they only booked her for promos. So I kind of want to save her from that. Sol Rook would be nice. One of my favorites now. I think we will... Alright, we need to establish... Because right now, we only have Asuka as a heel. We have Lyra and Naomi. I wouldn't mind drafting Michin, reuniting the OC, for those that care about that. Did we draft Naomi? We did. I was like, Drew blank. Kalani Jordan. I think we're probably going to turn Naomi heel and have her feud with Kalani Jordan. I think I'm okay with that. A specialist Naomi versus Kalani Jordan. So if I draft Michin, there's somebody else here I want to draft. I'd like to bring Lola Vice back. I also don't know. She's a level 9. I thought she was level 5. Lola Vice probably will get drafted. Gigi Dolan, thinking about. Fallon Henley is a bruiser, and Lola Vice is a fighter, so that seems like a good rivalry to me. So we're going to bring Lola Vice back. She did very well for us last time around. We're going to have her go against Fallon Henley. Because Fallon Henley is like the only bruiser, correct? Ivy Nile. At some point, we'll try to bring in JC Jane. So right now, we have 6 women, correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want... Who do I want here? I wanted Solruka, but I don't know of anything. We'd have to have her face a specialist, which I don't really know of one that like pops off the screen right now, besides Gigi. So Gigi and Solruka might get drafted. But I also did, in the men's side, because I did not forget them, I wanted Ilya Dragunov and I wanted Ludwig. I wanted Ilya Dragunov, I wanted Ludwig Kaiser, I wanted Bronson Reed. It's a money game right now, because I'm also trying to save money. That way we can upgrade our arena. But I at least know that I'm not going for, like, these really expensive talents. There's Kaiser, who kind of is expensive. So I don't think... We could draft all 4, but we wouldn't be able to make the arena improvements. Braun Breaker would also be nice, but... I at least have plans for the others. I don't really have any plans for him. Jacob Fatu. El Grande Americano. Axiom. Who was I talking about? Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is kind of a steal. Bronson Reed and Ilya Dragunov. I think that'd be a good rivalry. So I think in my mind, what are we doing? We might be replacing Ludwig Kaiser with Bronson Reed as a potential tag partner for Gunther, and Ilya Dragunov being a tag partner for Penta. Because I think our U.S. title rivalry is going to be Penta versus Gunther, what Bronson Reed and Ilya like leaning in between it, and then drafting Sol Ruka and Gigi Dolan. If one of those aren't available, we'll see. We might not just draft any and save the money for arena improvements. If Mello wasn't... I don't know what Mello could be. I don't know if I could turn him into a specialist or not. That's the worry there. But I also feel that I could sign Mello down the line. Obafemi's here, who we had on the roster before. I talked myself into the people I wanted to draft. So, I really wanted Ilya Dragunov last time around. Not screwing around. We're getting him now. Najats got drafted. So bring in Bronson Reed. It would also be a good rival for Kevin Owens down the line. Where's my calculator? That way I can really... So Tiffany Stratton got drafted. She was going to be the backup plan. It was either going to be her or Gigi Dolan. So Gigi Dolan's right there. 4, 5, 6, 0, 0, 0, minus 1, 6, 6, 0, 0, 0, minus where's Solruka? 2, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0. We'd have 88,000 left, which is a lot of money. Not enough for the arena improvement. So I think I'm willing to take the... Because at least we're not broke. That is the good thing there. So I think I'd rather have the talent than the arena improvement. There might be a lot of there might be a lot of ad promos because I want to make the arena prove it. We also don't need to be going higher up because that means they cost more. Now, because I think the arena improvement, if I drafted Sol Ruka, I still wouldn't be able to do that. Fuck it. We'll get it at some point. We're getting Sol Ruka. I want it Sol Ruka. We're getting Sol Ruka. And Gigi Dolan. We're calling it. Unless they want to draft. Y'all draft Gigi Dolan. Alright, they're not going to draft anybody. They would have drafted her. That would have made my life easier. So we're getting Gigi Dolan, then calling it. Unless there's somebody else here that is like. The thing is, anybody here isn't going to be. You know, I don't think we're. Who here could get a good rivalry out of Sol Ruka? That's the issue. Is nobody is a giant, and Sol Ruka's stuck as a cruiser. That's the issue with that. So that's why I would. You know what? We're saving the money, and we'll get the. We're going to work towards the arena to prove it. So, if Gigi Dolan pops up in the when we do the superstar search, we'll get Gigi Dolan there. We're going to save the money now. I apologize, but I really want a Sol Ruka. So, into the draft. This is our roster. Which, what is funny about this is probably the same. This looks very identical to the last screenshot that I used when we did the draft. I obviously know one difference is Penta because we didn't get to draft him. Bro, they really is like, we need Pat McAfee. The black and gold brand. There is no gold here anymore. Alright. As much as I want to stick around, I have to go to the bathroom bad. So this is a perfect time to end the stream. So once we come here next time around, it will be the start of Season 2. We're in the lead right now. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to hope that you did enjoy. That was a terrible thing to end it on, but at least I'm being truthful. I don't think that gets you far anymore. Regardless, I'm in the video. I appreciate you for watching the video. I'll see you when I see you because I'm out for now. Goodbye and stay safe.